I am live. I am live right here on YouTube. That was really quick. Oh my gosh. Hello everyone. My name's Tamar, also known as Unique Tay. This is the first time going live on YouTube. I'm super excited actually. I'm feeling good. So please do bear with me, by the way, as it's the first time I'm here. And yes, let's give people a few moments to come and join us. So give you about 2 minutes to chill, kick back, relax. We're going to have lots of fun. So yes, hope you like the music in the background. We're going to have some party vibes on a Monday, literally. Yeah. Just giving you another minute or so. I don't want anyone to miss out, but hey, it's going to be on my channel for a while, so do stay with me. Go get yourself a drink, go get yourself some headphones, whatever it is. If you're having your dinner, your lunch, your breakfast, wherever you are around the world that is, then yeah, just kick back, relax, and join me. This is going to be very quick, very light. It's going to be about 20 to 30 minutes, quick chit chat, life update with me, get to know me. I love to get to know you all too. We're going to have some fun, interact, talking about being a creative and entrepreneur in this frantic world, because everything has just changed for all of us in the past 10 months or so. So how do you cope? How do you manage? So we're going to be talking about that. Give you another minute or so. Any minute now. Any minute now, people will be joining. Say hey, wave your hand. We'll join any minute. I'm just messaging a few people the link to join us right here on YouTube. I'm like a secret DJ, literally. Then we'll get started. Don't know me. Any minute now. I'm just loving this song so much. I just can't give it up. This is a proper party tune. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. I don't want to waste your time for too long. Yeah, man. Okay. Keeping it real, keeping it simple. Oh my God, yes. Well, I'm just going to get started anyway. I don't think I can see who's joining, but it doesn't matter anyway. It's good. So for those who don't know me and new to my YouTube channel, or just new to my virtual life, that is, my name's Tamar, or Unique Tay for short. Wagwan. I always introduce that way. You'll always find me in bright yellow in some way, bold energy. Thank you and welcome to my channel. It's all about dance, well-being, lifestyle and culture. Today, yes, how have all of you been coping? I really want to check in with you, get to know me. Let's get to know you too. It's not all about COVID, a little bit, but it's not all about that anyway. But yeah, let's have a life update together. What does life look like for all of us, for you and me as individuals, post COVID? Let's have a dance talk. How do I kind of manage and cope with managing like a dance company, and also all the creative work that I do? And I'm presuming you are all creative entrepreneurs, artists, whatever it is that you do. So whether you're a dancer or not, this one is for you. How have you been coping? How do you manage your mental health and well-being? How do you not feel like you're not enough? You know, that lack feeling. We're going to turn that around today, literally. So yeah, so shout out to all my creative entrepreneurs who've kept their head above the water over the past 10 months, because it has been a rocky road, but there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. I say that all the time. So yeah, I feel like I'm talking loads. Oh my God, like what the hell? So I hope you can hear and see me okay, first of all. So yeah, if you're enjoying this so far, if you're interested, if you are just there, give me a thumbs up or just say hey or wagwan. Just type it in the chat so I know that you are all really here. That would go a long way. So a little bit about me before we get started and start talking. So I'm a dance entrepreneur based in the UK, Jamaican heritage, Jamaican culture is my background. I run a dance company called Unique Moves Dance Collective. It's very community based. I work with all ages. I go into schools, I go into colleges, right up to adults too, delivering dance workshops, projects, working in pop-up festivals too. So it's always lively. I'm always here and there. Oh, that's good. I got a clap. Thank you. So there's that. I'm also a blogger as well. I can write my life away, literally. I just love writing. For all my writers, shout out to you too. I blog. I'm also an administrator. Hey. So I'm an administrator. I work behind the scenes. So I wear many different hats. It sounds like cool, which it is cool. At the same time, it's like, well, how do you manage all of that? So if you are a person who manages so many different things, if you wear so many different hats, you're a creative, you do so many different jobs, or even if you're a parent as well in itself, you know, shout out to you too, because you're really good at what you do. But yeah, I think we need to give a heads up to all those people out there who wear 10 different hats, different days, you're doing something different. But it's time to slow down a little bit, and learn to just say no. And that's my biggest challenge really, for this whole year, is learning to say no. I don't have to say yes to everybody or yes to every kind of opportunity that's out there. We've got to start being selfish and putting ourselves first. So yeah, that's a lot I just said. I hope you're still following along. So I also want to say that a lot of what I do really is about advocating the artist's vision and voice. I'm all about advocating for others, praising others, and well-being, whether that's through my writing, my blogs, whether that's through networking and connecting, or even collaborating as well. Well-being and advocating is the bulk of what I do, off screen and on screen as well. Off stage and on stage too. Yeah, I just said that. So that's that. And for those who have just joined me, because a few people are dipping in and out, one last time, I just say this quick live chit chat is going to be about a life update, life after COVID, a little bit of dance talk and managing health as well. Yes, it's my first time live on YouTube. I'm actually excited. I really prefer going live on YouTube to Instagram or Facebook. There's so much happening right now on this screen, but it's all good. So first, before I start, I just want to ask you guys, how are you feeling right now? Literally, like, think about it. Not how you felt yesterday or the day before. How are you feeling right now? Just type in the chat. Give yourself a scale of 1 to 10. 1, obviously, we know is not good. 10 is like, I'm on top of the world. Yes, 1 to 10. Please do type that in the chat, or if you prefer to just think about it, that's fine. And also one word that best describes how you're feeling right now, whether that is tired, I'm exhausted, bedtime, or I feel good, I feel happy, I feel blessed, whatever it is. Right now, I do feel present, because I have to be present, and I feel really good right now. So think about it or type it if you can. Scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling? And one word that best describes you. How are you feeling right now? So good. Share it on Twitter. Thank you. The screen is freezing. Is it? Oh no. Don't freeze on me. I'm going to keep talking anyway because I know you will catch up. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Apologies, the screen is freezing, but you'll be good. So yeah, like for me, in regards to a life update and self-help, should I say, I'm all about self-help, self-care, self-development, because it's really needed, especially for most of us right now living in the Western world. Everything's quite fast-paced. Everything's digital and on our phones. So I try my best not to overwhelm myself. Ever since the lockdown in March, my screen time has increased rapidly. I'm either constantly on my phone. I'm not going to lie, I'm going to be honest with you myself. I scroll a lot. I'm scrolling. I don't even know what I'm looking for. I'm just scrolling. I'm always up in people's stories, like on Instagram or something. I really like it. Don't get me wrong. And when I'm not on my phone, I'm working because I work from phone. Work from home. It rhymed anyway. I work from home. So I'm constantly on the screen and the laptop. And then when work finishes, I'm watching the TV. So I'm constantly in front of the screen. I don't know about you guys, but I know that's a random life update, but I think we need to reduce our screen time and consumption with information because it's constant information and that information isn't always good. It's not always healthy. And we allow that to just get in the back of our minds. And especially with the news, with the lockdown measures and sadly people losing their lives so close to us. And then we had the Black Lives Matter movement outrage more than it usually has done. Again, that's all information. It's quite heavy. It's quite dark. So yeah, I'm feeling festive. Love it. That's a good one. Thank you. I love it. I love it. So yeah, it's addictive. Draws you in and you lose track of time. Thank you. Yes, time. This is the thing with time. I'm going to get onto time after actually. It is time. You cannot get time back. Once that time's gone, it's gone. Not in a very negative way. It just means that stay in the moment, stay present with what you're doing, and always be kind of, I was going to say hopeful. I don't know if hopeful is the right word to use. We're just going to have to really look ahead in a very positive light and try not to consume all of our time and energy in the wrong direction. And for me, it's screen time. It's either the news, anything on TV, scrolling on my phone, and then working on my laptop. And yeah, that's just one thing that I've managed to think about and just stop doing it as well. So yeah, productive. Yes, we'll get on to productivity soon, actually. Yeah, we get onto that soon. So, that's a little bit with me and also job hunting. This time last year, I was in a totally different space, and I'm sure it's the same for you too. Total different space, different universe, different person. We are constantly evolving and growing every single day. And you should do, because change is growth. Moving forward in life is growth. It doesn't matter who you are, where you are around the world, what it is that you do. Change is growth and moving forward. We're really going to start celebrating our successes. You can do it alone. You can do it quietly, and I think that's one thing I'm taking away for 2020 is realizing that, okay, I've come a long way, COVID or no COVID, But yeah, like I said, going back to this time last year, I was job hunting like crazy. For those who don't know, actually, last summer I came back from Jamaica. I was there for about good 2 months. I had a wicked time out there. I was there on it was a trip for artists, for creatives, and mine was very much dance related in community dance, festivals, community arts. I came back, I was legit depressed. I was so depressed. Like, nah, I wasn't having it. I was just in a mood with everybody around me. But I picked myself up. I really just picked myself up straight after it, because I just thought I'm going to have to rebuild my confidence in myself. And I just put myself out there, and I just started asking people literally face to face, not this email texting business. Are there any jobs? I was going to like a dance conference, and I was somewhere else. There was an event on, and I was so nervous because I went alone. Everybody had like groups of friends, and there was just me on myself. Like, it's all right though. It's all right because it was all good in the end. And when I went to this event, I said to myself, I'm really going to put myself out there, build my confidence up, and get a new job. Literally, that was my goal by the end of last year. I asked about 5 or 6 different people, like, I'm looking for a job. What have you got? I need it right now. I was just hassling them. I kind of harassed them in a way. They all did the typical thing. Oh, drop us an email with your CV. We get back to you. Like 20% of them got back to me, and the rest, get out of here. You know who you are. Didn't, but I still harassed them and got back to them about 5 times per company, sorry. So kind of like that's where I was this time last year. I was just scrambling literally for a new job. I don't know about you guys, are you in work or are you not in work? Were you looking for jobs? How do you feel? I mean, job hunting is a totally different story, totally different topic. But I'm just talking about this is part of our life update. Where were you 12 months ago? Where were you 6 months ago, 3 months ago, yesterday? So everything constantly changes every day. So yeah, that was that. And then when it came into the new year, literally at the brink of the lockdown, because remember, guys, January, February this year, totally different universe for all of us. I bet you all had a fantastic time doing whatever it is that you're doing. And then the big C dropped on us in March. And it's like, oh. And I think most of us are all like, okay, it'll be gone. It's just a phase. I literally, in my mind, was like, this is just a phase. This isn't real. I found it very difficult to accept that this was happening. And I think it was even harder because it was worldwide. So we couldn't just escape England and be like, I'm going on holiday, I'm going to go elsewhere and take a break. It's still happening everywhere worldwide. So that's a really big, problem. And it's a really sad shame. And it still feels like we're in the matrix. I feel like I am just in this matrix still to this day in December. Is this really happening? I don't know if you guys feel like this is real. Have you guys accepted the fact that we are living in this era, this pandemic era? I haven't quite accepted it yet. But yeah, just at the brink of when that lockdown first happened in March, the last dance event I hosted was for International Women's Day called Express Yourself. Literally. It's a women-only dance and empowerment workshop. I started that 2018. Was it 2018 or 2019? Yeah. Well, that was like my 4th dance event, and it's all been in the West Midlands, Birmingham region. It's all been fantastic, and the last one that I did it just blew up so well. I got positive feedback. I had planned after that to host another 2 events for the same year, which is this year, guys. Stay with me. So I planned to host 2 more women-only events that were going to be in collaboration with other fantastic female dance choreographers specializing in hip-hop, house dance, Afrobeat. It was going to be popping at a festival, yes, this year for 2020. And then the big C just took that all away from me. And I was just like, for Christ's sake, why? Why when I'm just learning? Why right now, where I'm on top of everything that I'm doing, the big C came in and just took away all of those events. And obviously, I'm not the only one. It's happened to so many of us, obviously. And I'm sure for you guys too, if you had plans for the summer, for the spring, and then it just went downhill. But never mind, it doesn't matter. Those plans I'm postponing for 2021 to continue with the women's only workshop, definitely bringing it back. It hasn't gone, by the way, and I know people have asked me. So I'm just going to go through the comments. Could you have done it online? Well, thank you. Well, the thing is, with doing things online, it always seems like an easy task. And I know there are so many dance companies out there who are hosting online classes and workshops, opportunities. And to be quite honest with you, I'm going to be really 100% transparent with you guys and with me. I did not have the mental, emotional, physical, or even financial capacity to host classes and workshops at that extent online. There were so many different factors, and I'm really not making up excuses here. Obviously, my own environment also goes into place. You know, I have to make some changes, even the flooring, because health and safety exists everywhere you go. So just because we're dancing at home doesn't mean it's going to be easy, simple, and safe. So I had to think about my own health and safety. I have to think about my own environment. I have to think about all the technologies as well, what was out there and easy to use. So yeah, and I had quite a bit of a very decent big audience, you know, so I wasn't really ready to just jump in there just because everybody else was jumping on it. I'm not the type of person to jump on the bandwagon. I'm just going to tell you right now. So I decided to take a step back and become the student and start going to other classes and working with other choreographers and dance artists out there, start learning again, start building up my own training again, and networking with others to bring on board my workshops for the next year. I feel like that's a smart move, don't you think? And luckily, all of the women out there, you know who you are watching, and even if you're not watching, you'll catch up at a later date, who have jumped on board my past dance classes, my workshops too. Thank you so much for being patient with me. Thank you for just sticking around, because no one's left. Oh my gosh, like I had a few friends, a few dance friends, people from the community saying, Tamar, like, if you're not going to organize or plan any dance workshops during lockdown, you're going to lose your customers. At first, that kind of hurt. At first, I was a bit like, I don't want to lose my customers. But when I look through and I check through my customers, oh, that sounds so formal. You lot are my team. Let's just say that you really are my team. Team Unique. Yes, that's who you are. Nobody's left. Oh my gosh, like, I'm so grateful. I really am. But I'll be back with a bang in 2021. So yeah, that's like a big life update for you. There's so many trials and tribulations, and it's really good to reflect and look back. You know, where was I 12 months ago versus 6 months ago versus 3 months ago versus yesterday? Because what's that saying? What's that phrase called? Hey y'all. Hey there, how you doing? Thank you for joining. Oh, it's great. Oh, I'm loving this. Let's just go up. I push this sweat. This sweet sweat. One sec. I'm just reading all the comments. This is great. I think I've got comments coming in on my phone as well. Yeah, I'll check them later, because at the end we're going to do a quick Q&A. So if you've got any questions for me, it doesn't have to be formal or serious. It could just be fun. It could be lighthearted. Get them ready, and I'll answer them towards the end. Yes. And for those who just joined me, if you like this video, you like my channel, some of my past videos, my energy, my vibe, please do give it a thumbs up. I'm going to say what most YouTubers say, give it a thumbs up, yeah? Don't forget to hit that notification button. I should be in an advert, literally. And do subscribe. It's all about quantity over quality for me. So I'm not all about the numbers, it's quality. So if you like what I do, what I have to offer, whether you are a dancer or not, you're just interested in like just picking back and just connect with someone creative, just for information, inspiration, do subscribe, follow along to this channel. I also have a monthly newsletter, so you're most welcome to jump on board and sign up to that too. And I don't spam. Let me just say that right now. It's not spammy at all. It's quite interesting. Yeah, I'm going to big myself up there. You should big yourself up too with everything that you do. The links are down in my bio. I will have a check and update if necessary later. So yeah. Moving on, I want to hear from you guys. So don't be afraid to type in the chat. I want to know, like, what are the lessons that you have learned for 2020? What big lessons have you learned? Give me your top three or top two lessons. What have you learned? What are you taking away in 2020? It could be a personal thing versus you as a professional or as a creative. What huge lesson have you learned right here in 2020? Drop me a comment. Or if you don't know, say I don't know. Meh. I'll give you a few moments or just to think about it. Yeah, good. Just have a think about it. Type it if you want. Check my messages because I know some people message on different platforms. So I've got to keep up with everything everywhere. Oh, yes. Got a couple of questions that have come in. I can't wait to go through these. So do stay with me to the end if you can. Oh, wicked. I hope you can hear the music too. This is my tune. It was Afro House, by the way. I used to teach that. I haven't taught it in ages. Yep. So what lessons have you learned about yourself, about your environment, the work that you do in 2020? Think about your top 2 or your top 20. Yeah. Cool. Thumbs up. Wicked. Cool. So, what was I going to say now? Let's move on. So, okay, so I'll tell you a bit of mine if that helps. So, my one of the big lessons is to say no. Say no. I have got a video of my channel. It's like 2 minutes or 1 minute about saying no. Don't be afraid to just put your foot down. And I'm not saying say no in a malicious, aggressive way, in an assertive way. Okay, especially if you wear multiple hats, you do multiple different creative work, creative tasks, or even if you're not in work right now and it's just things that you just do, a lot of things, that to-do list, that's a never-ending to-do list. You've got to learn to just say no and set priorities and have some self-discipline. And that's something that I'm learning. That's my big lesson that I've learned over the past 10 months. I was going to say 10 minutes. I've been talking for literally half an hour. Also rebuilding and revisioning. So kind of rebuilding everything that I'm doing and just kind of looking back and reflecting. So self-reflection also is key. Something that I've taken away. I did write this down, by the way, and being open-minded. So the more open-minded you are, the less disappointed you would be with anything or with anyone. So always have an open mind, people, to every situation there is. Follow your intuition, follow your gut as well. Definitely, that is one lesson that I've learned. These are very unpopular type of lessons if everybody else would think of very formal things, but let's just be really kind to ourselves. So I'm going to read the comments. To push through the fears that are holding you back, like getting on Zoom. That's right. When Zoom first, I can't even say when Zoom first came out. It's when Zoom was introduced to me in March. I was like, what is this? What happened to Skype? By Skype, literally. And I was just like, nah, I'm not jumping on Zoom just because everybody else is. Like me and my high chest, like, nah. And then I thought to myself, okay, I have no choice but to get on it because some people were only using that platform to do their meetings or a workshop or networks, connections. So I thought, all right, then I'll just get on it without the intention to stay on it. And it was very nerve-wracking when I YouTubed it, Googled it, and I found that you can have your camera on and people see you. I was a bit like, no. And look at me now, I'm here live. So yeah, that's something. I've come a very long way because in March, I was not turning on my camera for nobody in no meeting, not even in the staff meeting. I was a bit like, you don't need to see me right now in the morning or in the afternoon. You don't need to see me in my home. This is my personal space. I know this sounds wild, people, but I was literally like, back in March, I was like, this whole Zoom business and staff meetings online with the cameras on is invading my space. I literally felt like I was invading my privacy. That's how I felt, literally. So yeah, and I've come a long way. So Zoom is good. Zoom's our friend. Let's think of it that way. Also, another comment to look at failures and fine tune what you do. Like when making job applications, go for what you want repeatedly. Sorry. I'm dyslexic, by the way, people, so I'm not apologizing if I pronounce words wrong. Yeah, put you in a better mood. Oh, that's good. So look at failures and fine tune what you do. I like that. That's really good. Yes, definitely puts you in a better mood when you're really repetitive at what you do and you just stick at it over and over. And you keep trying. I know it sounds so cliche. Just keep trying. Just keep trying. You're like, I'm trying. I'm literally trying like 5 times, and you feel like you're not getting anywhere. But nothing changes if nothing changes. So yeah, I always got to say that to people. I don't know if you like can still see my see what I'm on about here. My music, I still got it on in the background, but I'll just keep it there anyway for good vibes. So give me a thumbs up if you like this so far. If you already have, that's cool. But yeah, if you're interested in everything I've got to say, I'm trying to keep things really open, relaxed, mellow, and I hope that you can take something away from this chit chat. I really want to do another chit chat on a different topic, or we could do a part 2 on this topic next week. The people who missed out, 'cause I know people like to be in the moment when it's alive. Either way, their lives will stay here with us. I'm looking forward. Another question for you all: what are you most grateful for? This is a question we always get asked, and you should always have gratitude every morning. You should be saying your gratitude out loud to you. It should be written down, actually, whether it's on your phone, in your notes, your notebook, put it up on the wall. You see these notes right here? I mean, these are actually my gratitudes. I'm not gonna lie. These are just random things with work. If people are wondering what is this on the wall, so it's about work, creative stuff, and I have a to-do list sheet, and sometimes I just get fed up of it because I lose it. I just put it on the wall. Might as well. So yeah, I'm asking you guys, over to you. What are you most grateful for in lockdown? What are you gonna carry with you? What gratitude means a lot to you? Grateful for just being here for another day. I'm grateful for just having a roof over my head. Can we just say that? I'm grateful that I'm just so resilient. Oh my gosh, all of us that have survived through these pandemics, should I say, of 2020, we are so resilient. We have made it, guys. It's December. Wow. Yes, I'm grateful for being resilient. It's a weird one. And like I said, having a roof over my head. I'm not ever going to forget those who don't have roofs over their head. And I always make sure that I always engage with those who are less fortunate. So we have to always give thanks as well. And always give. Don't give to receive, but give. Yeah? Good. Just type it or just think about it. What are you grateful for? By the way, guys, I got my notes. I don't business because it's not all of that, by the way. I've just got notes here because it helps me to stay on track. I'm like this, if everything I do, I need notes to stay organized. And I don't want to ramble on. I know I said 30 minutes, so we're at 33 minutes. So I don't want to keep it for too long. But I'm going to be here anyway. Who likes some music? I've got some hip hop. I'm a hip hop girl, I am. Proper old school. Keeping it real. Okay. Yeah, so what else I want to talk about? I want to talk about a little bit around mental health, managing mental health. And when I say that, I'm going to be honest with you, excuse my ignorance. When I was younger, and if anyone ever said to me mental health, instantly I was like taken back. I was like, oh my God, I feel triggered. I just hate the fact that school, I don't know about you guys, didn't really teach me about managing and coping, having coping skills. That you just learn that by yourself through life. But sadly, a lot of us either brought up in an environment or just in environmental situation where it's not healthy, and then we think it's the norm. I do feel like there needs to be a lot more awareness around managing and coping our mental well-being from primary school, not no secondary school business, GCSE. That's too late. They need to learn from primary. Sorry, I'm going on a bit of a rant, but that's my initial thoughts around the term mental health as a child, not as a child, as a teenager. I just generally felt that it meant something not negative, but it's the worst. It's like you don't want to reach that side of you. That's what I thought. Obviously, I've come a long way, and to me, mental health, I just see it as it's the health, the well-being of your mind. Okay, it should be treated with respect. Treat it with high esteem the same way when it comes to physical health. The same way you go to the gym, the same way you go for a walk around the park, up and down the street, especially if you're doing that intently, with intention, going for a walk. That should be the same when it comes to your mind. Anyway, walking does improve mental well-being in some way, and so does dancing, guys. So does dancing. So I'm going to read the chats. Do you think schools need to do it as a mandatory? Yes. Mental health awareness, question mark, mandatory, I mean. Yeah, mental health awareness, just understanding the different type of mental health. And it's not just that, it's just challenging those the stigmas really. And also positive mental health for children and young people. That it needs to be pushed. I don't know now. I mean, I used to work in a school. I don't know. I don't remember there ever being a designated class that was on that, but I think it was just generally there incorporated across. Again, it's all sometimes it could be down to the teacher as well, and their knowledge, their understanding of it. But I feel like it should be on the curriculum, like a second class. So yeah, that's my little rant around mental health, well-being. And as I said, I just feel like it's just nurturing your mindset the same way you would nurture, your physical health, and the way you would nurture your plants too. So yeah, and as I said, dance is a fantastic way to really be in a good mood. It not only combats those, the body images too, or you're conscious around your body, your image, losing weight, and just toning up, or just having a good time. It's escapism. Like I said earlier, if you just jumped on, I host the Women Only Dance Workshop, Express Yourself. Empowerment. It's all about empowerment, but deep down on level, there's a lot of well-being elements to it. And when I ask some of the women who have jumped on that workshop and my past classes, community classes, they tend to say kind of the same things, and it all boils down to escapism. That's what I've noticed. So, excuse me. Yeah, so it's around escapism, as I said. For me, during lockdown, especially, and not even just lockdown, this has happened to me a few times. It's about time I be honest with myself right here on social media that I've really been slow down and talk first of all. I've been through quite a lot of anxiety. The first time I kind of recognized these anxiety or panic attacks, what I say, was at university. I couldn't even articulate myself at university to say that, am I having a panic attack? Because I was doing far too much at once, with all the exams and the pressure, and meeting new people in a new environment, moving out from home at age 19 to go to university. And then I was also working at the same time. I was doing a lot, guys. I was doing a lot. And I went for a really big episode then. And it was just a bit like, what's going on? I couldn't even pinpoint why I was even feeling that way and how that even happened. So yeah, that's something I just want to know if you guys, you don't have to disclose it if you don't want to. If you ever had a panic attack, anxiety attack, I don't know. Excuse my ignorance again if it's the same or different. Or if you know somebody else who have been through panic attacks, anxiety attacks, COVID or no COVID, but just generally in life. And typically I found for myself and people I know, it's to do with kind of the work that you do, whether it's workplace situations, bullying and harassment, or just too much workload. Or if you're studying, you're a student as well, you keep up with everything. Even at the point of graduation, post-graduation, that can happen a lot then because you feel like, oh, I've entered the world of graduated. what am I doing right now? Where am I going? So I feel like there's specific stages in life, and there could also be past traumas as well. But for this year, especially at the start of the lockdown, it was a bit of a panic for all of us, But it was definitely a panic for me because it was a bit like, what is going on? And when they announced the news in March, for people with health conditions, increased health conditions, you have to stay at home for 12 weeks. And everyone who got that letter is stated 12 weeks. I didn't get that letter, but I was still feeling some sort of anxiety saying, 12 weeks? No, no, no. I am not staying in my yard for 12 whole weeks. Oh, it's not even that, it's the thought of it. So, you know what I did, guys? It's a little bit of a tip for you too. Every single week, I set myself a new fun task to do, something fun. And I know this sounds random. One of my fun, was calling around different people every single day for a whole week, like someone random from my contacts. That was really interesting. And some people, like my friends or distant relatives, should I say, were a bit like, "Hi, Taima, are you okay?" Like, and they were kind of surprised that I'm calling them. I'm like, this should not be a surprise that I'm calling you, not on a personal level, but generally speaking, we should just be checking in with each other. And I wanted to have random conversations with people that had nothing to do with the big C, Corona. So yeah, that's something that I did. That's something you could take away. My little tip, when you want to stay distracted, give yourself these little tasks, something per week, and stick at it. Or you can do something different every day, however you choose to go around it. So yeah, that was really fun and challenging at the same time. Yeah, taking control. I'm reading my notes again, guys. Taking control with overconsumption, like I said at the start of this video. And if you've just jumped on, do stay along. You can always catch up from the beginning anyway. But from the start, I did say screen time has increased for so many of us. It's not healthy when it comes to consuming so much different information. Plus, it gives you migraines too. Too much radiation, and I'm wearing glasses on top of that. So I needed to take a step back, take control, and stop watching too much TV. So watching too much, I watch a lot of junk TV, I still do, but I control myself with it. I rarely watch the news. I stopped watching the news for a few weeks, and I didn't even know of some of these new regulations or policies put in place unless somebody actually told me, whether it's on the street, in the bus stop, at work. I'm not even lying, guys. And I was like, oh, I better watch the news because I don't know what's going on. So I just limit myself just one time per day. I don't like to watch it as soon as I've woken up, and I don't like to watch the news the moment I go to sleep. It's not healthy. So middle of the day when I'm a bit mellow. I don't know about you guys, if you agree with anything I've just said. I'm rambling, I'm going on and on. But these are just different coping strategies. These are also different ways that I've started to be a bit more self-aware with my own health, my own well-being, and, setting myself some boundaries. We've got to set ourselves some boundaries. I'm going to read the comments. Do you think YouTube and dance exercise has provided significant mental health support during this year? Wow, these questions. Really good. So, in a way, yes, actually, yes. I like YouTube. YouTube is my favorite app. Okay. In regards to like YouTube and supporting mental health, yes, I do, because there's been a lot of other YouTubers out there, who really put out some really, really great content, whether that's through tips, guidance, and just learning about other people's lifestyles and routines that could benefit yours. I've seen the rise of that significantly this year. I do feel like it helps, and 90% everything I watch on YouTube tends to be around well-being or self or professional development, improvement in some way, or something that's kind of fun and light-hearted. So yeah, YouTube for me is a safe place. I'm not gonna lie. I don't feel the same way when it comes to Instagram though. Dance exercise definitely has significantly supported mental health. Even more this year, I've come across more and more health and well-being related small companies or small projects just rise out of nowhere. Oh, it's brilliant. I love it. Offering well-being services. And as I'm UK based, because I know different people follow from all over the world, that is, there's so many health and well-being, mental health well-being services out there for creative people, especially. I know it's out there for everybody, but let's just stick to the niche. Yes, those are creative and entrepreneurs. The services are out there. If anyone's really interested to know, I can try and signpost you, and I'll just drop links in the comment section. But this is all what you want. So let me know anything that I've said throughout this whole 45 minutes. Wow, time flies. Anything that I've said throughout the whole of the 45 minutes, then please, by all means, let me know. Give me a thumbs up. If you're interested in the topic, like to learn more, just drop a comment or drop me a message. That's cool with me. Yes, you choose what you watch on YouTube. Instagram is more random, definitely. Instagram is just scroll, 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 scroll. And it can be a bit of a mishmash at times, but YouTube is really great for like education, inspiration as well, and useful information, guys. It has everything, doesn't it? So you can choose it, and the algorithm for me isn't that static, if that makes sense. So yeah, so I would like to know from you guys, like, how I'm reading my notes again. How did you cope with your mental health, your well-being? What have you been doing over the past 10 months, or even the past week or few weeks? What have you been doing to just be in a good mood? You know, what have you been doing to keep yourself in a very good mood, in a positive light? Yeah, or what have been your downfalls? If you want to share your downfalls, please do share that as well if you wish. But I'd love you all to just interact in the group chat and give yourself a few minutes to think about it, type it. It's good. Yes, just checking this out. Put some music on, give yourself a few minutes. We need a, oh, if you can hear music, DJ Tays back. 2-minute break, guys. Stay with me. Sorry, guys, don't mean to be distracted on my phone. I was just checking messages because some people message or have questions. I want to get through this Q&A. And check my emails too, because I have some people from the community, from my dance company, who are not on social media, just prefer to email. This is Boosie, by the way, this music. Indico Inhale. Yeah. Gosh. Okay. Let's get to it, guys. Let's keep it simple. I don't want to, like, yeah. Anyway, doesn't matter. So, I think one tip I've got for myself and got for you guys this year is mind your business in a very positive way, that is. Not mind your business in that way. Minding your business when it comes to the work that you do, you've got to mind your own business, stay in your lane, trust yourself. You've really got to see the light at the end of the tunnel, because when one door closes, another door opens. Okay, that is so true. I'm a big firm believer in affirmations. I'm a firm believer in visualization. You've got to visualize where it is that you want to be. And we could do a separate talk on that, actually, or a quick vlog around visualization, like vision boards. I love doing them all the time. I've been doing it for a few years now. So if you like one of those, let me know. Turn the music down. Getting excited. Yeah. Bit of Afro house, guys. South African vibes. coming your way. So where am I? So yeah, I mean, what does life after COVID really? What does it mean? What does it look like? And it's really sad, you know. It's really sad because it feels like at the moment this is an era. This is going to be written down in history books. Oh, maybe it's not that deep, but I'm just thinking like in a few years' time, this will all be a blur. But when we look back at it, we'd realize how resilient we truly are as people, as individuals, as a society. I feel like life after COVID, we will be very health conscious, kind of random. I really do feel like some of the health measures that have been put in place everywhere, that is in institutions, that is education, in building settings, supermarkets, I feel like some of them should stay. I feel like some people should be constantly reminded to wash their hands, even though I hope you've been washing your hands anyway. But constant reminder, especially for children, young people, they should just know hygiene goes a very long way, you know? So, yeah, simple little measures like that, I feel like would be very health conscious. I feel like on a negative side, I feel like there's things like coughing and sneezing, even if it's just genuine, you know, it doesn't have to be about the big C. People are very a bit like, oh, anxious and weary and stepping back. And it's kind of sad, you know, who should anyway? You're coughing and sneezing like that in public, put your hand by your mouth. But yeah, those are just my ramblings, really. Just what I think and feel post COVID. And I also feel like this digital life is just going to exhale even more than it is. Like I said earlier, the screen time, the consumption, I don't think that's going to go down. I don't think it's going to decrease. I feel like it will just increase. But we could always look at it in a positive light, where if we're connecting and using that space online, using the resources that we have right now to do whatever it is that you've got to do the things that you love to do, then use whatever digital platform you have, then use it in a positive light and take some control over it as well. Don't let it take control over you. Yeah. So that's one thing. And I feel like post-COVID, we're going to have to learn to accept what is. Okay, just learn to accept what is, and learn to adapt to the rapid changes. We've got to be prepared and be open-minded for that, definitely. So yeah, I think for me, what I'm taking away for 2021, what am I going to bring for 2021? What are you going to bring for 2021? Is listening. I'm going to listen to my body like on a deeper level. I'm such an intuitive person. I follow my intuition, but I've become even more intuitive. It can be a little bit scary at times. You know, you sense something, you know it's right. You don't care what anybody else thinks or feels around you. That's me, very intuitive. So I think I'm gonna just listen to my body. If something's too much, too heavy for me to carry on my shoulders, something doesn't make me feel good, or someone, should I say, then obviously it's time to listen and go the other way. And take risks with your creativity. This is a tip for you guys and for me. I always take notes. Take risks with your creativity, okay? Don't be afraid. Having this space online and being digital as well gives us that extra leverage. It also gives us that freedom as well. And it breaks down a lot of barriers. So take risks with your creativity. Take risks with your craft. Whatever it is that you do or destined to do in life, take risks. Be a risk taker. And what am I going to leave behind? Trolls. Trolls, yes. Trolls everywhere. There's always going to be one person. Yeah, there's always one fish in the tank, as they say, who just doesn't want the best for you, always looks down on you, undermines, a bully, you know, or appears to be a friend. I don't want to sound so negative and down, but it's the truth. I think we've all experienced trolls in our lives. If you haven't, I want to know, what have you been doing with your life? Or well, let's exchange lives. But trolls are everywhere. They're just always going to find something negative, find something that just undermines your craft or you as a person. But believe me, the opinions of others is I can't get my words out. What am I trying to say? Opinions of others does not define you. Okay, literally write that down if you have to. Don't let other people's perception of you, stop you along your tracks. It's almost happened to me a few times in the past, and I've looked back at it and think, wow, I've got to set some real boundaries. What's okay and what's not okay. So that's for me. I'm not going to take for 2021 is the trolls, but I will definitely self-reflect even more. So yeah, good. Reading the comment again, walking old classic films out. That's my question earlier. How have you managed your coping skills and well-being, mental health through walking and old classic films? Who doesn't like an old classic film, guys? Everyone does. Even the black and white films, I like them. So if you just joined me, because I know people were in and out, we're going to be finishing up in about 5 minutes. And I've come to the end, really. I've gone through everything. We've talked about quick life updates, what I've been up to, what it is that I do, who I am, for those who are new. And also over to you as well. What have you been up to? How are you feeling right now? Tomorrow you'll be feeling a totally different way, totally different mood, totally different feeling, and that is totally okay. And also we talked about, shared with you like my panic and anxiety kind of attacks that I've experienced, coping with that. Yeah, we've talked about a lot of things and what life could look like after COVID, but we don't know. We're all in the same boat, we know that, but we all have totally different experiences and outlooks and beliefs. So let's just respect each other in that respect. So I'm going to go for this Q&A that people have messaged me. Thank you guys, number one, for the Q&A. So, and if you've got any questions, feel free to drop them. Any questions for me? Be nice, be friendly, have fun. I'll be here again next week anyway, with more lives. So from Khalifa 20, why dance? ? Straight to the point. 1 minute. Okay, so why dance, Tamer? Why dance? So dance, I was introduced to dance when I was 4 years old, and since then I fell in love with dance. Number one, I fell in love with dance, and that's all I know. That's all I know, if I'll be honest with you. I have tried to explore different things in life, like hobbies as a child or a young person, even as an adult, actually. I tried to do different things. At one point, I was like, I don't want to do dance anymore. And it wasn't because I didn't like it, didn't love it. I felt like I was reaching a glass ceiling. I was like, I don't know where this is going for me. I don't know if I can see a future ahead of me. And the lack of representation as well was a bit of a bunner as well. So I came out of dance for a bit. I did some other different things. That's a totally different topic. I'm not going to go there with that. But if you're interested to know, let me know. And I'll be sure to do a quick video on that, because I've done many different things outside of dance. But everything always takes me back to movement. And dance is art. It's not a sport. Okay, it's art. It's an art form. Question 2 from Hope 230. Random. How do you maintain a career in dance? Oh Lord, this question is a never-ending question. How do you maintain a career in dance? Like I said earlier, you've got to be open-minded. You've really got to be open-minded. Dance is not just about the stage. Okay, that's all I knew as a young age. And when I went into studying dance at college and stuff, I was only taught and fed the stage. It was like nothing else. Nobody said there's nothing else beyond the stage. It was just like, it's the stage or nothing. And not everybody who's interested in dance, who loves dance, wants to be a performer. I wanted to be a performer at one point, but I lost a lot of patience, number one. I went through injuries, number 2, which is very common. And number 3, I found another love, which was, I like planning, I like organizing, I like directing, if that makes sense. And I feel like I am a bit of a dance director in a way. I work a lot behind the scenes. I've always loved it since I was 17, 16. years old. And I did business studies as well when I was at college doing dance. So it wasn't just 100% dance, 90% dance, to tell you the truth. So yeah, that's how I managed really. It was being very open-minded, exploring other things and taking risks. Like I said a moment ago, I came out of dance for a bit to try different things and realized I actually want to stay in dance. And I think there's nothing wrong with doing that. So many dancers I've come across, or whatever art form you work in or love to do. This isn't just for dancers, by the way. We become so caught up and so sunk in something, so clingy to it that it hurts. Do you know what I mean? That it starts to hurt. And it's like, don't be afraid to take a break and just be like, I'm taking a year out or 2 years out to try something different and see. Who knows? You could end up collaborating and merging the two different things together. You know, I mean, I know people who, for example, work in the bank who are dancers. These are top choreographers, dancers on stage in the West End, you know, during the half term breaks or over Christmas in a pantomime, Monday to Friday, they're working in a bank. Yeah, there's no shame in that because it's so common. It's so common. Whether it's not a bank, it could be working in a school, could be an evening job in care, it could be a retail job. It's fine, but who knows? You can merge the two together. So I actually know one or two. How shameful! Two people I know in my life who are accountants and work in the dance sector because their knowledge for accountancy, their knowledge around managing finances and working in a bank has afforded them that knowledge gap and to be able to combine it with dance. And it works so well because I don't know what successful performer or choreographer out there works in dance and does everything, even their books, their accounts, everything to a T all by themselves. You're going to need an accountant at some point. You're going to reach out to one who's able to have that. So yeah, just saying, I'm rambling. I hope that answered your question, Hope. Next question, Tabitha. Are you teaching any classes? Thank you. Am I teaching any classes? I am going to be teaching classes in 2021. Watch this space. I actually have another YouTube channel for my community dance company called Unique Moves. That's moves with a Z, not an S. Dance Collective. You should find it. If you can't find it, look through this channel, and then you'll find the link to that channel there. I also have a website for that, www.uniquemovesdancecollective.com. You'll find me everywhere on social. I do prefer people just email me, check out the website on YouTube, okay? Because yeah, I just prefer it like that. So yeah, I'm actually planning and thinking of ways to bring more interactive classes for 2021. I'm not going to say too much. I've had other choreographers reach out to me to join them on their work, which is fine, equally fine. And I'll also make sure I let you all know. But one-to-ones, private one-to-ones, we can do that. We can do that online as a one-to-one. I'm fine with that. Or if you live local, could be outdoors in the park, because sometimes it can be quite difficult in lockdown with the studios and theatres, as we know, most are shut down, and a lot of classes or rehearsals that are open are for professional, in professional training, not for the amateurs. I'm not an amateur, but ain't nothing wrong with it. But what I'm doing will be seen as an amateur level in during the lockdown with the policies and the rules and regulations. So I hope that answered your question. Next question, why YouTube? Why YouTube? I want to know too because I want to make some money. Let's just be real. I just thought it's an income in it. Obviously this channel will grow, let's just say that. And I can't wait to look back at this video in 1 year's time. So yeah, on a level though, honestly, like I said at the very, very start of this video, I said I'm all about advocating the dancer's voice and vision. All you creative entrepreneurs out there, I'm all about giving, offering kind of support out there the way I can, whether that's through my workshops, through my blogs, articles, or collaborating with you with the intention to raise your vibration, raising self-esteem, self-awareness, self-expression, and your well-being through dance. So I thought YouTube would be a great platform. I really wish I stuck at it at an earlier date, actually. I jumped on YouTube a few years ago. I had about 2 videos. this was a long time ago, like 8, 9 years ago. And then because I was younger then and I just wasn't, my mindset wasn't there and I didn't look at it the way I'm looking at it now, then it was for fun and it should be for fun as well. We do. So that's why I jumped on YouTube then. And this is kind of the same today. This time I just want to reach out to more and more people like you. Next question from Sky. What's your plans for the future? Well, from question 3 from Hope is the same really with the classes. My plans really, I just want more resources so I can do more things to reach out to more people. I also want to be financially free. That is my plan for the future. I want to be stress-free too. There you go. Boom. Question from Jonathan. What's your favorite dance style? Oh, I like this. Favorite dance style? House dance. I'm hoping y'all know house dance. Yes. It comes under the umbrella of, some people say street dance styles. I'm saying house dance comes under the umbrella of hip hop culture. I just said a hi from Cat. Hey, Cat. Hi. How you doing? Thank you for joining. We're coming towards the end of the clip, but it's cool. We've come at a perfect time. Going through the Q&As that people have sent me. This is question 7 from Jonathan. Asks, what's my favorite dance style? And it's house dance. And like I said, house dance is part of the hip hop culture. It comes under the street dance styles, whatever term you choose to use. Hip hop. I mean, I love hip hop in itself, but house dance goes a long way for me. Hip hop is very athletic. You've got to have some good stamina for it. I'm telling you, if you want to go and get fit, keep fit, stuff the gym, do house dance instead. After this video, go and type it in YouTube, house dance tutorials or house dance choreography. You'll see what I mean. It's all footwork. It's all from the waist down. Originates from Chicago in America. We've got a mixture of salsa steps, tap dance, footsteps, and African moves there too. So yeah, it's a good mixture right there. Yeah, leave it there. House dance comes number 1 for me. And number 8, morning routines. Oh, from Kelly. What's my morning routine? Get out, top of my bed. You know what? I'm starting to set an alarm and putting my phone outside my bedroom so that it forces me to actually wake up in the morning. So that's my morning routine. I get up, do my quick daily stretch in my room, in my bed, or if I'm feeling spontaneous and I got up extra early, I will do yoga. And I'm going to be doing a vlog around that actually next year. So stay posted for that. I do yoga or I'll do African dance workout that comes on YouTube. So I do that in the morning. I have a smoothie. 90% of the time I have a smoothie. Everything goes in the smoothie. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about that. So that's kind of the bulk of the morning routine really, is making sure that I'm stretching, I'm getting myself in a good mood through exercise and dance, and also obviously to release the joints as well. I'm not watching the news, the screen isn't on as well, and I'm having a smoothie. So that's kind of my morning routine. And then I had another question. This is the last one, question 9. From Natalie. Favorite music? Oh God, this is an hard one. My favorite music. What do I like to listen to wind down to? Oh, to wind down. Oh, okay, we're being specific. What's yours, guys? I'd like to hear from you. Like, do you have any particular favorite music, favorite genre, just generally, or music to wind down to help you relax, or music to get you in a really good mood, especially if you're ready to do something, go out? Was in lockdown, be out partying or just having a good time? Do you listen to any particular music or particular artist, a band? Do you have a playlist? I'd love to know. So type it in the group chat. Mine, it changes all the time, but when it comes to winding down, I do like the kind of I like soul. I really do like soul music, like whether that's R&B soul or kind of a reggae dub soul. Does that even exist? Well, you know what I mean. I like dub music as well. And that's quite upbeat, actually. For those who know, it's quite upbeat, but I actually like it for winding down. I like a couple of Jamaican music artists, like really underground, homegrown Jamaican artists who aren't so mainstream. but shouting out to them anywhere because I like their voice, I like their style. It's always good talk as well. Yeah, so I like that kind of music to wind down to. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it. We're done, guys. I'm so surprised you've stayed with me this whole time. Thank you. So, incoming call. It's that time. Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me on my very first live right here on YouTube. And I had a quick 5-10 minute live on Instagram. And if you join me on there first, thank you as well. Shout out to all of you. And yeah, if you liked everything, please do subscribe to this channel or give it a thumbs up. Watch this space for more hot videos from me, a couple of lives, a couple of just streaming vlogs. This Thursday, I've got another hot topic coming out this Thursday, so watch out for that. And every week, hoping to post 2 posts on Monday and Thursdays. So stay posted. It's all around dance, culture, lifestyle, and well-being. So that's mainly my topics. Sign up to my newsletter if you're not a YouTube type of person. You don't always use social in that way. I do have a monthly newsletter. Join my community. It's a unique community. As Unique Tay and Unique Moves, my dad's company, everything is unique, as it says on the tin. So join Team Unique. Yes. So like I said, new video coming out this Thursday, every Monday and Thursday. So subscribe, give me a thumbs up, or subscribe to my newsletter. And I will see you again live next week. Let's do this. Okay. Thank you.